So today we're going to dive into how one single, pretty respectful comment from a former rival didn't just make a few headlines, it actually kicked off this massive debate online about how K-pop titans BTS are treated by their own peers.
Wow, talk about a candid admission, right? That feeling of loss when you see something you achieved being surpassed. But who said this, and why in the world did this one honest statement mean so much to millions of fans? Okay, so to really get why that quote blew up, you have to understand the absolutely massive scale of BTS's global success. I mean, for years, they've just been on this relentless record-breaking tear, blowing past these huge milestones set by Western pop giants, most famously One Direction. And get this, that feeling, it came straight from a member of One Direction himself. Just imagine, you log onto Twitter and boom, another one of your group's hard-earned records has just been snatched by this new powerhouse. This really sets the stage for the comment that started it all. The comment came from One Direction's Tomlinson. Back in a January 2026 interview with Billboard, he was asked point blank how he felt about BTS breaking his group's records. And his answer, well, it was surprisingly honest.
Let's break this down because the nuance here is everything. He doesn't pretend he's not competitive. He admits, yeah, it was a bit of shame. But, and this is the key part, he follows that honesty with total respect, saying, hey, that's just how the industry works. And fans immediately honed in on that perfectly balanced take. And you know what? People loved it. Tomlinson got so much praise for his response. But it did something else too. It became a kind of benchmark, a yardstick, that ignited a much, much bigger and honestly more heated debate among fans about how other artists talk about BTS. Right away, fans started drawing a line in the sand. They held up Tomlinson's attitude as the gold standard and put it right up against what they see as a serious lack of respect from other artists, especially those who they feel try to take credit for BTS's success. And from there, the conversation really zeroed in on the alleged behavior of artists inside the Korean music industry. You had fans arguing that a former rival from a Western group was showing more class and acknowledgement than some of BTS's own peers and friends back home. And this right here became a huge theme in the whole debate. This idea that some K-pop acts almost treat BTS's name like it's Voldemort. You know, he who must not be named, probably out of jealousy. While the very Western artists they surpassed are way more willing to give them their props. So, you see, the big takeaway for fans was never really about Tomlinson. It was about the stark contrast his comment threw into the spotlight, this massive gap between genuine, professional respect and what they see as just dismissiveness and jealousy. And this just lays it all out perfectly, doesn't it? It's the two sides of the coin that fans were debating. On one side, you've got the Tomlinson approach. Be honest, be respectful, and acknowledge reality. And on the other, you have what fans feel they're getting from certain peers, taking credit, showing disrespect, or just flat out refusing to admit BTS's impact. And look, this matters. This is so much more than just some online drama. For fans, seeing a major Western artist validate what BTS has accomplished is a huge deal. It's also a call for a better standard of professionalism, and it shines a big, bright light on what they feel is a double standard in how the group is treated, at home compared to everywhere else.
So, in the end, a single quote from one interview has left the music world chewing on a much bigger question. In an industry that is literally built on competition and breaking records, what does real, true respect actually look like? Tomlinson gave us one answer, and in doing so, he sparked a conversation that is definitely not ending anytime soon.